Hello guys, this is my second time recording this because apparently my recording software changed my microphone and so it just stopped recording. But yes, here we are. We are building a station today. User Logan 3. We are not building the helicopter yet. Yes, I'm speaking to you directly. I will do it eventually. Okay, I'm just doing this now because it is cooler and you cannot change my mind. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make doing a helicopter video like a cinematic thing. Here I am. I'm building a space station, and it's going to orbit around nothing. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but yeah, it's going to be orbiting around a point in space with no mass, no anything. And it's going to get an occasional slingshot from the Kerbin and the Mun to keep it there, but yeah. So it's pretty much going to be orbiting nothing with an occasional slingshot like every 100 days. Um, so right now I'm building it, and I'm not sure if I showed it yet. Oh, I didn't. But right now I'm building the booster, and the booster is gonna boost me up there. It does rocket, and I call this the Euler station, which is ironic, and you'll see how later. Um, but yeah, um, putting that there, and I forgot to do something, so here I am doing it now. You'll see me do it in approximately 3 milliseconds. I'm putting boosters on the thing to keep me there. So I'm putting an external fuel tank and some boosters, just so it can keep me in orbit or in this place, because it is a relatively unstable place to be orbiting. And we're using the Principia mod to keep me in this orbit, because Principia adds real physics, so we're using the real physics here. And some of you, a switch went off in your brain, and you know exactly what I'm doing. It's kind of similar to what we did in the last video. We're going to be orbiting nothing. So we are upping currently. We are doing it now. So yeah, we are launching. Yeah, Principia adds real life physics to the game. And so if you haven't figured it out, we are going to the 4th Lagrange point. I made a mistake. In the last video, I actually went to the 5th Lagrange point. Today, we're actually going to the 4th. If you think we're going to the 5th, just watch the end of the video and you'll see that we actually are going to the 4th. Because I do try to go to the 5th at the start of the video, but then I accidentally go to the 4th. So yeah. Physics or the visuals are a lot worse. Sorry guys, I had to do that if I wanted to use this mod, because Principia is very, very taxing on your system. And yeah. So ironically, the first 3 Lagrange points were actually found by Euler. Everything's found by him. That's my favorite soundtrack from the game, because it uses a bit of the KSP theme in it. Because if you don't know, in the KSP theme at the start of the game, the main menu, it goes like bum 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 bum. But it sounds similar to the FSX theme, if you guys know. Yeah, I actually did do VATSIM a lot on this channel. Then I didn't. I'm actually a certified VATSIM controller, which some of you know. I wasn't particularly shy about saying it. But here we have the Lagrange point marker, or just like the orbital like tendency marker. It shows how the orbits work in how the gravitational propagations, and the points we're going to are the ones to the left and right of the moon by like 20 degrees. We're actually going to the one on the left of the moon from this point of view, but here I'm trying to go to the one on the right, but I accidentally go to the one on the left. You'll see how. So yeah, you're in a orbit worth a Lagrange point when it looks like a kidney bean. It looks like it's hard to explain, but yeah, you'll know when you see it. It looks like a kidney bean, and that's how you know I'm orbiting a Lagrange point. And fun fact, the first time I got into an orbit in this game, the first time I ever tried it, I launched in such a way where I accidentally, while I was trying to get an encounter with the moon, accidentally launched in a way where I actually got into the Lagrange points. And yeah, it was completely by accident. I accidentally got in a very, very stable orbit around the Lagrange points, and I've never been able to replicate it since. It was completely on accident. So here I am burning to get to this Lagrange point, which if you don't know, look at the top right, it kind of looks like a kidney bean, but it cuts off. That is the orbit which I tried to go to. The amount of gravitational slingshots I've seen in here is insane. But yeah, did you know that the James Webb Space Telescope actually resides at one of these? But it's not with the Kerbin and the Mun. Obviously, it's Earth and the Sun, not the Moon, the Sun, because there is Lagrange points between every celestial bodies. So yeah, it's at the second one, which is directly behind, directly behind Earth. Um, and it stays there. It's able to maintain an orbit around this invisible object that keeps it around Earth. Which, it's not fair to call it an invisible object because it's not an object. So it can't be invisible, because it can't be invisible if it's not something that is even there. I mean, kind of. Yeah, but right here you can see I accidentally am aero braking, which I realized my periapsis went too low, and I was like, oh shit, what do I do? Because I'm entering the atmosphere here, and I don't know what to do, so I track the solar panels, and I just like, please, 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 I'm praying right now. And as soon as I get out of the atmosphere, I went to go check my map screen to see how bad my orbit had been changed, and it's way different. That dotted line is what it should be. The purple line is what it is. Look at that. It's very, very different. So you can see me here plotting the new maneuver, and the issue I had with this is I was going through the atmosphere again, which I unintentionally solved by time warping too fast, which physics didn't have enough time to load, so I didn't aero brake at all. You can see me here plotting my maneuver, and if I count it correctly, I do 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a total of 6 gravitational slingshots just in this Kerbin-Munn system, just to get in orbit of the 4th Lagrange point, which, yet again, oh no, 7. I'm seeing it on my screen right now. Yeah, there's actually 7. And we have one every like 100 days around the moon and Kerbin. So this thing is, its only source of life is these gravitational slingshots and the mid-course maneuvering thrusters. So here I am. I'm in a stable orbit, and what it does is I'm in orbit at Lagrange point 4. It looks like I'm in orbit around both of them, but I'm actually only in orbit of 1. It's just that it moves. Or I'm in orbit of both. I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's the former. People in the comments can correct me, even though the only person who's ever commented on my videos is my cousin, and user Logan3. Thank you, user Logan3. I don't know who you are, but I am forever thankful. And I realized after enough orbits, I'm actually gonna crash. So I fixed that by setting a timer every 200 days for a mid-course correction. So here I am, just time warping, proving that, yeah, I am not in orbit around Kerbin. I'm actually in orbit around this Lagrange point. And you could prove it, because look, I go down, but then I somehow get pulled up at this mysterious point, which puts me in orbit. So it's the Lagrange point. Yeah, it goes to describe terrestrial interactions between Kerbin and the Mun. So it's pulling me up there. It's technically the Mun, but it doesn't pull me into an orbit. And then Kerbin pulls me back down. So my microphone got corrupted there, but I was able to recover some of it. So here I am. And yeah, I was talking about the moon and Kerbin. So yeah, I get pulled up by the moon back when I get close to Kerbin, and then Kerbin pulls me back down. So it's a constant balance, a tipping point where I'm balancing gravity, and that's why it's unstable. So occasionally I do get an actual orbit around them in case it pulls me too hard, or then I can launch back into an orbit. So it's helping and hurting me-ish. But yeah. Here I am checking it, and I realize, oh, it's gonna take me 200 days to get. Every 200 days, I need to do a mid-course correction. So I think I set the alarm already, but here I'm just getting a screenshot for the thumbnail, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, I think the sun, Kerbin, and moon and Jewel are visible in this photo, so it looks pretty cool. And yeah, you can see I'm orbiting nothing pretty much. I mean, it's a pseudo random it's a pseudo nothing, because I'm technically not orbiting. It's very complicated, but I mean, I'm technically orbiting both Kerbin and the Mun in a really roundabout, complicated way. I really don't have a way of explaining it, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you appreciated this, user Logan3, I'm going to eat your liver, specifically you. And yeah, goodbye.